Guys, we're back again. Welcome back to Formula for Speed. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Chad, one of your hosts, and I'm here again with my other lovely co-host. Please introduce yourself and
hello.
Say hello to the people.
Hello. Hi.
And tell them your name.
I'm the baby face.
This is the baby face. And guys, we are here to talk about the Netherlands.
Yes.
Babyface. Max's home track.
The Dutch Grand Prix.
The Dutch Grand Prix, where he won.
He won. Hamilton was second, Bottas was third.
Yeah, all you Mercedes fans, before I start, man, it's been a good one with Bottas. He signed with, as many of you know, Alfa Romeo. It's been, I think this is more than, it has nothing to do with him losing the seat. I think this was a business move for Mercedes and Formula One. It is nothing like seeing another Brit in a power. It's going to be an all-British lineup for Mercedes. Will be probably known as Ineos. And I think it was a business move. So we'll talk about that later. But second and third for Mercedes. I believe Bottas is back, and he is back in third. Because Lando, my Mercedes, McLaren boys, rough day. But Lando moves down.
It was a rough weekend.
He had a bad crash in a Friday practice. And yeah, so Gasly, babyface, fourth. Kid is running phenomenal.
Gasly is the one everyone should be looking out for.
Yep, 100% agree. Alonso had a strong finish, babyface.
He
Sixth. Leclerc had a strong finish, fifth. Sainz, seventh. So the Ferraris did good.
Yeah.
Perez. Rough weekend. Then Ocon, 9th. My McLaren boys, 10th and 11th. I don't even want to talk about a baby face. I just don't want to talk about it. I'd rather not. We had a rough weekend, guys, and to my fellow McLaren fans, it was rough. Let us know your thoughts. Any McLaren fans, let me know your thoughts, please. Then Stroll, Vettel, and after that it was Giovinazzi, Kubica. Yep, Latifi, Russell. Baby Schumi, Sonoda didn't finish, and then Mazepin. And Mazepin's very outspoken, by the way. Everybody knows that. Had a lot to say about his teammate. So, yeah, had a lot to say about it. Not a lot, but I felt though he wasn't too happy with what happened. You know. So, babyface.
Yes.
What do you think? What did you think about the Grand Prix?
I like the track a lot. I'm glad it's back.
Me too. It's a good track.
I can't be mad at the fact that Max, a Dutchman, won in his home Grand Prix. Whether I like the person or not, I feel like winning in your home race is special, and you know.
The Orange were out there strong.
Yeah, they were.
I will say, they were saying it for Max, but I'll say a lot of those may have been for McLaren. I'm gonna leave it alone. Whatever. Keep going, babyface. We're the original Orange Army, by the way. For all you Max fans, before Max was in the sport, we were the Orange Army. So yeah, let's get that out the way.
So actually, starting in qualifying, Robert Kubica stood in for Kimi because Kimi tested positive for COVID-19.
Yeah.
And even though he said he had no symptoms, I was really bummed for him because he did announce that he's retiring.
Yes, he did.
And I think he would have really enjoyed driving the Dutch Grand Prix. So I was a bit bummed that he didn't get to do that, but Robert Kubica, filled in for him. Kimi, as a result, may also miss Monza because this is a three weekend lineup with Belgium, the Dutch Grand Prix, and then Monza. So he may not be back.
He got to be back for Monza. This is his last year. They got to let him drive. If he has no symptoms, let him drive.
But if he's still positive, it doesn't matter if you're asymptomatic or not. You're gonna have to protect the team.
No Kimi at Monza? Are you serious?
I know, but
guys, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Comes first.
I get it.
Perez did not make it out of Q1. He said it was due to traffic.
It was. That rule they need to change. Double red flags or they need to change that rule. I don't like guys missing out because of red flags.
Well, he didn't make it out of Q1. Well, actually, his was because of traffic. It wasn't because of the red flag. It was just really because he was... The track, the Dutch Grand Prix, is so short.
It is. It's hard to find a room.
And for context, the back markers were starting to be lap by lap 8. That's how short that Dutch Grand Prix lap is. So, yeah, the traffic held him up. Latifi qualified 5th in Q1, which made me very happy, and then equally broke my heart because he crashed right after Russell crashed. Russell crashed Q2, less than 4 minutes left in Q2, and then second to the last corner he crashed, and actually it wasn't as bad as it looked.
Right,
it was just
wasn't.
The rear right tire.
I thought it was much worse when he hit. And guys, let us know your thoughts on that Russell crash in qualifying. When he was able to drive away, I was like, wait, what? But I think he hit the wall and slid. So it was, as he was colliding, he slid, and that it wasn't just a blunt force hit, should I say? But yeah, he got fortunate with that one.
And the barrier kind of gave way to him too.
Yeah.
So really, it was just that right tire.
I thought it was going to be gearbox for sure.
Yes.
I did.
Though, when Latifi crashed right after him, once the session resumed, it was just a terrible.
They were trying. Guys, I will say, my second team is Williams. I'm not mad at those two guys. They were pushing, trying so hard to have a good session. So, did they push too hard? Yeah, but they tried. So I'm not mad at the effort.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right. So, as a result, Latifi and Perez, they had to start from the pit lane for the Grand Prix.
Yep.
When Latifi crashed, Norris was out. He didn't make it out of qualifying. Stroll was out. Russell was out. Tsunoda was out. So hence the as far back as they started, and again Perez starting from the pit lane. Thankfully, he signed an extension on his Red Bull contract, but it
was rough. It's been rough. Just rough. It was a rough weekend for him.
Well, the race then gets started. Mm-hmm. Verstappen has a fantastic, clean start off the line. He was so fast that by the end of the first lap, he already had a 1.2 lead over Hamilton. That Red Bull does very well on that track. That's the strongest car on the track that we have.
Short tracks. That's why they do so well in Austria at their home, at Red Bull's home ring. Now, mind you, I will caveat, Danny Rick had a problem with the car, so he had to start with his left hand, because the paddle was messed up. And he thought the gearbox was messed up. So his engineer had to get on the radio. He had a rough start. And he got the places back, but he had a rough start.
Yes, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because by lap 3, Russell reported Danny Rick was immediately in front of him, and Russell got on the radio saying Danny Rick had smoke and oil spilling onto the track. And you did see a little bit of smoke. It wasn't like blind you in your face smoke. No. And the engineers got on the radio, told him to change a couple of settings, and that did fix it. He did not have to retire. He was able to finish through the Grand Prix. Mm-hmm. Lap 5, Mick Schumacher pits for a hard set of tires. Lap 5, I thought that was very odd that they pitted him so
to early. Go to the end. They were maybe at most 2 stop, but to go as long, because while everybody else was pitting, he's still out there. And that's the hard, I believe, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, that hard tire they brought this weekend was the hardest on the calendar.
Yes.
So with that being said, he would be slow at first, but as they warmed up, hopefully gain some, get some positions and do well. So that was the hope.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Lap 9, Perez pitted onto the medium sets of tires.
Yeah, he did.
So probably also the same type of thinking with him. Lap 21, Hamilton pits for medium tires. His pit stop was 3.6 seconds.
The front right.
The
front right was messed up, yeah.
Verstappen responds. Lap 22, pits for a medium set of tires. His pit stop was 2.7 seconds.
So you see why, guys, and I'll say this. Do you see why Hamilton and Mercedes bluff so much? Whenever they stop, they send ripples through the paddock and everybody starts reacting. That normally I've noticed with them and Red Bull as well, but more so Mercedes. When Hamilton or Bottas stops, so that's why they bluff so much. I get it.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Then Russell gets a penalty for speeding through the pit lane that he had to serve. It was a 5-second penalty.
It's not a good weekend. It was just not a good weekend for him. What?
Lap 37, Vettel spins in turn 3. He thankfully didn't crash. He didn't take anybody out.
He didn't.
He just kind of lost the tail end of the car and was able to straighten it out and keep
Got
going.
loose.
Lap 40. So, as a reminder, 21, Hamilton pitted, then lap 40, he pits again, 2.5 second stop for medium tires. Verstappen reacts lap 41 to pit for a set of hard tires for a 2.1 second pit stop.
Them hards take you to the end.
But those hards on the Red Bull are very fast.
That Red Bull car is fast on any tire. Honestly, it is.
But they do very well. They did very well with those hard tires. Like they did better than I thought they would.
When your aero is perfection like that. Like we saw that with Mercedes last couple years.
Yes.
No matter what tire they put on, they were just because their aero was right. Red Bull did this thing over the winter.
So here's a shout out to one of your guys. Lap 42. Lando is out there on medium tires. He has yet to pit.
My guy, man.
42 laps.
My guy. Look, my guy, man. He was trying to salvage something. Tried.
Lap 44. Mazepin has to retire because of a hydraulic issue. Then lap 50, Sonoda retires.
Yeah.
So those are the only 2 retirements that we had. We had no...
He had a real rough weekend too. Sonoda
had a very rough weekend.
Man, I felt bad for him. He just couldn't catch a break this weekend.
He really couldn't. And it was kind of rubbing salt into the wound that you had Gasly just out by himself in 4th doing so
But he
well.
is a rookie. So
That
give him
is
that.
true.
Because do not forget, Pierre was having a rough start like this with Red Bull
Yes, he did.
last year, and he was not a rookie. So
Yes.
I see people are hard on the rookies, even Mazepin. They're all, Schumi, Mazepin, they're all rookies. Give them, they got to develop. They got to get their, not everybody's going to come out like your current guy, Hamilton, that came out the box
Yeah.
killing it. Or Vettel and all of them, Even Max had a rough first 3-4 seasons, did he not?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He was calling him crash stopping at one point.
Crashing into anything and everything.
So you gotta build,
So, here's a question for you. Who were you most impressed by this weekend, and who were you most disappointed in?
Most impressed, honestly, with my boy Gasly.
Agreed.
Gasly impressed me because as quiet as it's kept, he is running phenomenal. And if AlphaTauri didn't sign him, just like if we didn't sign Lando to an extension like we did 3 or 4 years, he would have been gone, right? So this weekend, and you know who else impressed me this weekend? Who ran strong, though everything's going on? Valtteri.
Yes?
Valtteri ran strong the whole weekend. He could have got fastest lap, but unselfishly, he admitted after the race, if my teammate is fighting for the championship, why am I going to get the fastest lap? And Valtteri, because Valtteri could have faltered. Valtteri could have said, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. He stuck to this. So Valtteri and Gasly for me. And Lando, I'm going to put him up there too. Lando ran phenomenal. The one I feel bad for, and I'm kind of disappointed who qualified, Danny Rick. That is my guy. You know that. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about. Always been one of my favorite. Babyface will tell you that. Him, Vettel, Kimi, Hammy. I like a bunch of guys, but that especially Rick, man, because his personality is more like mine. Just chill, fun-loving dude, likes to laugh. I just didn't. I couldn't figure that car and him are not gelling this year, and it's so I'm like, oh, man, I was hoping he would come back after summer break and have a good. But we still got some time left, so we'll see. I still got faith in my guy, but he didn't have a the start wasn't well, and when I saw him have that issue with the start, I'm like, because in order to catch everybody, you have to first get the positions back, then go off. And then Perez came up on both McLarens and caught him, but he had the pace. That Red Bull was untouchable this weekend. Honestly, it had at least a second and a half on the second fastest car, which was Mercedes. So,
Agreed.
We'll see.
So after this Dutch Grand Prix, what do you expect from Monza?
I'm expecting Mercedes to come back strong, and I'm expecting us to come back strong. Gasly's going to have another good... Red Bull's going to have the same top 10 guys. I'm expecting the same.
Who do you think is going to win Monza?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Either Max or Hamilton, one of the two.
Because Max is now leading again the championship by a fraction.
It's going to go back and forth.
But it's going to go back and forth. This is probably the best back and forth that we've seen in quite a little bit.
Everybody's been wanting it. I expect Williams to have a strong weekend.
Yes.
My guys, that's my second team, guys. I know it's where everybody probably has one. I have two. I like Williams. McLaren first, then Williams. Always been like that. Babyface likes Mercedes and Red Bull.
Yes.
Not mad at it. So I don't want to predict who I think's going to win. I think it's one of those two. But I think we're going to see a neck and neck battle to the end of the season with those two.
So how are the McLarens doing now in the standings compared to Ferrari after that?
I think we're fourth. And I barely want to look at it. I don't want to. Yeah, we're fourth after Ferrari. They have 181. We have 170. We need another strong weekend. We need we need Lando and Rick to do.
Say it one more time.
Lando and Rick to do what? I mean, that's known.
I just want to make sure you admit that.
We need Lando and I said both drivers to do well, and I know they can do it. You know who else I think's gonna do well at Monza? I'm expecting two drivers, Giovinazzi and Vettel.
Giovinazzi is racing for a seat.
He did, yeah.
So he has to do well.
And I think Vettel's gonna do well too. I think Vettel's gonna do well in Monza.
Yeah?
I do.
I could see that.
I do. Guys, let us know your thoughts on the Netherlands. Who did you guys have winning? Give us your thoughts on the teams. Drivers of the day. Let us know who you guys liked. Babyface, what are your predictions? Who are you most impressed with this weekend?
I was impressed. Actually, my answer would have been the same as yours. I was most impressed by Gasly. We again saw Perez and his ability to pick through the field. But it's bittersweet for me because I'm like, yes, you can do that, but you should have been in the front. You need to be in the front. Like, I don't want to see you picking through the field in the back. I'm most disappointed in Danny Rick because he qualified 10th and he qualified better than Lando and he needed to perform. And the fact that he ended, I think, 11th and Lando 10th, I expected him to put that car on 5th or 6th or something. 5th, 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And when he didn't, I was very disappointed in that, yeah.
I was also impressed with Alonso, too. I want to shout him out. Alonso had a very good, strong Grand Prix. He had a very strong Grand Prix, so I was impressed with him. What are your thoughts for Monza? Who do you have winning? This is going to be a good one, guys.
I'm struggling to pick because it's either going to be Hamilton or Verstappen.
Back and forth.
I think it's going to come down to strategy because the Red Bulls are the faster cars. I think it's really going to come down to pit strategy, tires, that's going to win that race ultimately. Unless somebody flubbers something, a pit stop goes terribly wrong. I agree. I think your guys are going to make a comeback. I don't know what happened with Lando this weekend. I think your guys are going to come strongly. I think the only wild card that is really turning into one of those steady but sure people is going to be Gasly. Gasly's going to be in there somewhere. He's going to be in the top 5 or not too far off of it. You
know who I think is going to have a strong week and quiet as it's kept? Creeping up. Those two, and I know you may not, I know you don't like Ferrari. Leclerc and Sainz are doing well. And I guarantee they should have a strong weekend. Because that Ferrari in the past has done excellent in Monza. So,
well, they said that their upgrades to the power unit, the last little bit that they've got left, is going to come after Monza. So I expect them to be in the top 10, maybe 6 to 8. I expect the two Ferraris.
Yeah, my McLaren guys we gotta figure this out.
Both of you guys have to jump on the pedal now because otherwise, after this weekend, Ferrari may be a real problem for McLaren.
I think they will be. So yeah, guys, that was our review. Let us know what you think. What are your thoughts? Any predictions going forward? Who are your teams? Let us know. Like, share, and subscribe as always, and we appreciate you tuning in. Babyface, any final thoughts on the Netherlands?
Nope.
None.
And
we're gonna talk about on our next Let's Talk About It. We're gonna spend some time on Valtteri.
We gotta spend time on Valtteri. We gotta spend time on Albon and
Russell.
I have a couple of shots for Ferrari.
I'm sure you do, babyface. But hey, guys, again, we appreciate it. We'll see you next time.